Got this. Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind. Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up? I got to turn the music down in the headphones. I still got the music jumping up in here on this awesome Thursday, February 15th, 2018. Good morning. What's up, Charlie? Charlie's up in here already this morning. My man, Mr. Cody Boggs. What's up, man? You guys, this morning we are going to talk about how it's time for you to rise to the top. We've got a lot of good stuff that's going to be up in here today. Good morning, Josh Marks. Good morning, Jeffrey Lee Parton, Kerry Osborne. What's up? My man, Robbie Toomey, Tom Sizemore, Matthew Florman. Of course, Aaron Jones and the fist bump, Gary Pollard in the house. You guys, what is up this morning? Charlie says he love that intro more and more every day. Don't you and I both, my friend Scott Simons, Rose and Grinding. He's got a new hashtag, guys. We've got the hashtag Rise and Grind. Scott's got the hashtag Rose and Grinding. He done been up for an hour already. He's killing us all. All right. Matthew, what's up from Arizona? My man, hey. Push up. Hey guys, everybody's busy this morning. Sean wants to know where the roller skates are. If you haven't seen that video, go back into the group, man. Check it out. It's a fun one, especially this morning. It'll be a fun one for you to watch. It's got some great tunes. We like to have a lot of fun at Dan Cummins. I'm actually glad that you said that, Sean, because that leads a little bit into what I'm talking about today as far as just rising to the top and separating yourself as an individual in this noisy, busy area of social media, in this busy area of the internet. There's busy competition everywhere. We're now competing not just with the people locally. We're starting to compete on a national scale with all kinds of different things. And so we're going to talk a little bit today about just rising to the top. And not just in your business, but in your life, just rising above average, getting to that point, that state, that successful level that we all want to get to. It's tough. But before we dive all the way into that, I do want to let you guys know, first of all, thank you for joining the Rise and Grind. If you need more videos than just 15 minutes a day, please go to youtube.com/inthebeginninginspiration and subscribe. We now have over 100 videos. There's over 100 videos. There's Rise and Grind videos. There's Saturday mornings meetings from Dan Cummins. There's some presentations. There's some shows that I do. So there are over 100 videos. Positivity. I promise it's a safe place. And there's over 100 videos on youtube.com/inthebeginninginspiration. Go there and subscribe. But I want to talk about this Rise and Grind group that we have created, and this group of people that have been making an impact and an effect on people's lives. This thing has gotten out of control. It has gotten crazy. And I don't know if you guys are seeing some of these testimonials that have been posted in the hashtag Rise and Grind. But my goodness, they are touching my heart. And you can tell that God is using you guys, your stories, your individual purposes, and he is just using them in such an incredible way to impact lives on a grand scale. It is incredible. You need to be if you're not inviting more people to the group, you've got to get more people in this group. I mean, look at this, man. I don't know if you guys saw this post. Did you guys see this post from this girl named Carrie Whalen? Okay, I don't know Carrie Whalen personally. I just know Carrie Whalen through social media and through the group. And Carrie made a post in here that was incredible. If you didn't catch it, make sure you go back into the group and you read this post, because Carrie talked about how her husband and they got turned on to the Rise and Grind group because they were just looking for some light. They were looking for some positivity in their life. They've got this beautiful little girl here, and this beautiful little girl, I don't know all the details, but I know she's got some things going on with her heart, and her parents are constantly having to go to the hospitals and go on these trips and go to Louisville, and they're having to do all this stuff, and they've been trying to rearrange their jobs and rearrange their lives, and they're not getting much sleep because they're taking care of this beautiful little girl, and they're making the sacrifices for her, and Carrie herself, she grew up, traumatized and sexually abused, and she grew up in this family that was just terrible, but she was committed and dedicated to breaking the cycle, and she did. She got herself up, and she got herself into school, and she did all these powerful things in her life, and she completely broke the cycle, which is one of the hardest things to do, guys. She completely broke the cycle, this incredibly powerful, strong young lady right here. She broke the cycle. She's rising to the top, and now she has this kid that's dealing with all of these things, and I guarantee you the only reason that God put this child, why God allowed this to be her child, is because God knows how strong Carrie is. Okay? Ooh, shoot. That one got me in the feels right there. got my eyes watering up this morning. God knows what Carrie went through. He knows Carrie's story. He knows Carrie's struggle. And he knows that Carrie is strong enough to be able to handle what he's put on her plate with this little girl. Maybe somebody else couldn't have done it. She was the right choice. And so Carrie posted in her group how in the dark, in all these dark times, that she's now going to the group. She's going to Rise and Grind, and she's seeing all the positivity, and her husband are feeding off the positivity. It's a light in the middle of their darkness. It's something that they share and something that they talk about. And she used these words that I found incredible. Right at the end of her post, Carrie said, "Keep sharing, keep uplifting, and we will keep watching and reading. Sincerely, your future Rise and Grinders." And she put future Rise and Grinders because she had commented on there that they're not getting up early in the morning. They can't because they're barely getting any sleep, and they're kind of like walking zombies dealing with all this stuff with their kid and their lives and so on and so forth. But she said, please keep sharing, keep uplifting, and they'll keep watching and reading. Sincerely, future Risers and Grinders. She has hope for more, man. She has hope for more, and that's what this group has been all about, and that's why this group is incredible. So please just continue to invite friends to the group. Continue to grow this thing. Continue to share all of your positive quotes and your positive comments, because God is using this thing, and it's incredible. If you didn't see that post that Carrie made, make sure you go back and check it out. Got to do it, all right? Got to do it. Okay. Woo! I got to... Come on. All right, I got to go because that kind of stuff touches me, man. I'm an emotional being. I'm the worst. You guys will see me, man. I'll be watching the same dang movie. I'll watch The Replacements over and over, and when them boys come back and win, I cry every time. I'm just an emotional human being. But hey, all right, check it out. You've seen the videos, man. You've seen all the posts. You've seen all of these people all over the nation, and they're screaming at you all the time, right? They're telling you that I am the absolute best, and I will offer you an amazing experience, and I am number one, and no one else can touch it, and you've got to come here. You've got to see me. It's unbelievable. You just got to do it. It's unbelievable. And you see all the videos on social media all the time. And if you're anything like me, you're like, come on, man. Been there, done that. I've seen it already. How can everybody be the best? How can everybody offer me the best experience? Stop it. Stop it. I need something different. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit this morning. Is I'm going to give you guys a kind of a guideline, kind of a template that you need to be using. You need to be using in your life, first of all, and you need to be using in your posts and stuff on social media and in your network. If you're trying to build your business, or if you're trying to elevate your game, you're trying to do any of these things, then you have to follow you have to follow the literary process that goes along with telling a story. And we talked about that before. You know, you've got the who, and you've got the what, and you've got the golly, my brain just went on blank. Hold on. The who, what, why, where, and how. Okay, who, what, why, where, and how. You've got all those things, and we've talked about those things. And so in your post, I think it's good that you put who you are. You know, Sean Hayes does a great job of this. He says, "I am Sean Hayes. I'm your car guy." And then you need to put what you do. It's, okay, I'm your car guy. And then you got to put where you do it. I think Beaver Toyota, St. Augustine, right? I think we all know that. Anybody that watches Sean Hayes, it's Sean Hayes, your car guy at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine. Okay, great. I know who he is, and I know what he does, and I know where he does it. But this is this next step, these next two steps, the why and the how. These are the most crucial and the things that I think a lot of people are missing. Okay, a lot of times we're posting these testimonials and we've got pictures of our customers and, we sold them a car or we gave them an awesome experience or whatever, and we post that and we think if we just post that stuff, that's great and that's going to generate all kinds of business. And believe me, doing a little bit of that is better than doing none at all. But here's the thing. You have got to focus and make sure that you are expressing your why. Your why has got to come out. It's got to come out in your posts. It's got to come out in your life. It's got to come out in your relationships. And you got to dig deep on that, and you got to share it with me. I need to know why you do what you do. I already know who you are. I know where you are. I know what you do, but I need to know why you do it. Why do you do this? If you're telling me that you're going to be different, if you're telling me that my experience with you is going to be unlike my experience anyone else, I need to know why you do what you do. I'll give you an example, okay? This podcast right here. Okay, this podcast and this group, Rise and Grind, I do this because I want you to have a safe place. I want you to have a safe place to turn because I know what it's like to not have a safe place to go. Okay, I do this because I want a platform for God. Okay, I do this where there's a platform where God He needs people to see that Christians are just human beings. That we're just normal human beings and we make mistakes and we screw up and we have a past and we have a history and things like that. And I need you to see that. And that's part of the reason that I do this show and I talk about who I am and I stay vulnerable because I know that God wants to use this as a platform to help people. I do this because I am on a mission to eradicate the negative stigmas associated with the car business. That's why I do this show. Okay, I work at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick. I sell cars, and I could tell you that every single day. Hey, my name is Glenn. I work at Dan Cummins, and I sell cars, and if you come here, you're going to get an awesome experience. I could tell you that. No. The truth is, I am on a mission to eradicate the negative stigmas associated with the car business. And that's why when you come see me, you're going to get an experience unlike anybody else, because that is my mission. That is why I do this. I also do this because my family expects me to turn sacrifice into success. That's why I do this. That's why I get up early in the morning. That's why I jump on here and I do the show, because my family expects me to turn these sacrifices of time, these sacrifices that we make where we don't get to spend it together, my family expects me to turn those sacrifices into success. That's why I do this. I do this because I know what it's like to be alone. I know what it was like to be unloved. I used to be homeless. I used to have nowhere to turn. I used to want to kill myself. And so I do this now so that if you're ever in that spot, I don't want you to ever feel alone. I want you to feel like you got somewhere to go, like you got friends, like you're a part of something, like you're worth something. I need you to know that. That's why I do this. And that's why when you come to me, when you come experience something with me, I promise you it's going to be the most incredible experience you've ever had. That's why. That's why. Now the next question, of course, is how. How is it going to be? How is it going to be different? And I can tell you right now, I can just use examples from my life. You're going to get, it's going to be different with me. It's going to be different because I'm going to commit to being here for you every day at 5:30 in the morning. Nobody else is doing that. I'm gonna have some gear. How can you get a different experience with me? Well, I'm gonna have some gear that you can buy and you can wear that says I grind. That bracelets you can wear that are gonna remind you every single day of who we are and what we do. How can I do something different for you? I'm gonna pray for you, and I'm gonna pray that for you, and I'm gonna pray that I can add value into your life every single day. That's how I'm gonna do it. That's how I'm going to do it. Maybe for you, it might be, when the customer says, well, how are you going to offer me a better experience? Maybe you need to say, well, I'm going to turn my phone off when I'm with you, Mr. Customer. I'm just going to turn my phone off completely. It's just going to be me and you. That's how. Or maybe it's like my boy Gary does with his fist bumps. Hey, how is your experience with me going to be different? It's going to be different because I'm going to make you laugh. I'm going to make you laugh and I'm going to make you smile. Instead of trudging through this experience, I'm going to make you laugh and I'm going to make you smile. Maybe how you're going to do things different is you're going to offer them a Starbucks and a 72-hour exchange, some things that we do at the dealership, a lifetime powertrain guarantee. These are things that you got to tell me how. You got to tell me how you're going to make a difference, and you got to tell me why you do what you do. Don't just tell me who you are, what you do, and where you do it. That's not enough. That's not enough to separate you. That's not enough for you to rise to the top. I need to know why you do what you do, and I need to know how you're going to do it differently than anybody else. I need to know these things. Okay, so don't just do the who, what, why, where, when, and how, and why, and all that other stuff. And I'm still kind of all over the place, man. I got to wrap this thing up. Time's up. I'm still a little bit. I think it struck me. Carrie's story struck me more than I expected it to. Like I figured, okay, great. We'll talk about Carrie's story. We'll touch on that real quick because the testimonials are huge, and I want you guys to share the testimonials in the group. And then, of course, I want to give you some tips and strategies on how you can grow your business, things like that. But man, I don't know about you guys, man, but this just seeing this cute little girl and this mom and just knowing that what we're doing right here with this group is having an impact and effect on her life. And that's just Carrie was just somebody that was willing to share. She was just somebody that was willing to share her story. How many other people are quietly in this group, that are quietly on this podcast, that are quietly rising and grinding and trudging, but they have these struggles that they're going through right now? If that's you, if you're going through these struggles right now, if you're having a hard time, like Carrie mentioned in her story, she broke the cycle. She rose to the top. She completely separated herself from the sexual abuse, from all of the terrible things that happened in her past. She rose to the top, but yet she still finds herself sinking into darkness at times. She sinks into the darkness as she deals with her daughter's struggles, as she sees her daughter fighting this heart disease and all that she goes through. And that's just how it is, guys. That's the moral of the story, man. That's the moral of the story. That's how God made it, is sometimes we have our ups and sometimes we have our downs. And right when you think you've got it licked, right when you think you've broken the cycle, right when you think everything is going to be better, that's when things start to dive down the other side. And then where do you turn? Where do you go when it starts to get dark? Where do you find the light? And guys, I'm telling you, you can find light in this group thanks to everything that you guys are doing. People are finding light in this group. Hashtag rise and grind. It's amazing. So please keep inviting people to the group. Please keep sharing all your posts. You're making a difference in my life. You're making a difference in people's lives, like our friend Carrie here. You are an amazing individual, part of an elite group of people that choose to rise and grind. You are uniquely made by God. There is no one like you. You are special. You are incredibly special. And your efforts and your energy, they are contagious. They spread to everyone around you, your friends, your family members. Your positivity is a shining light in a sea of darkness. So thank you guys for being a part of the group. Thank you for everything that you do. I personally love you. I hope you have an incredible Thursday. Just an absolutely phenomenal Thursday. I hope it's Thursday. Have a phenomenal Thursday. I hope you had a great Valentine's Day. Love you guys, and I will see you later.